If you run a Shopify store, or perhaps multiple Shopify stores, you've probably seen how messy your data and analytics can get. At Definite, we've helped many customers unify all their Shopify stores into one platform, and we even bring in their Facebook ads data, or Google ads data, or Amazon data, so that they can get a full picture understanding of their brand's performance. And the interesting thing is that most of this is accomplished through Definite's AI agent, Fee. And here's a brief overview of what it looks like. I gave Fee one prompt: build a unified dashboard across all our Shopify stores and combine it with Facebook ads, Google ads, Amazon, and make it filterable by brand. And here's what Fee built: a full cross-channel dashboard that shows revenue metrics, ad spend metrics, customer acquisition costs, and in-depth comparisons of each store. And what makes the dashboard so easy to use is that it's filterable by brand. So I can select one of these brands right here, and the whole dashboard will update accordingly. And like I said, Fee built the entire pipeline from start to finish. Let me walk you through how it all works. So how did Fee get from the raw data to that dashboard? Let's start with the data layer. Each Shopify store syncs into the Duck Lake, which is Definite's managed data warehouse. And each brand has its own schema. So there's 5 stores and 5 schemas. But the raw data is messy, so let me show you an example. I'm going to ask Fee to show me the orders table from one of these Shopify brands. And as you can see, the Shopify orders aren't simply a set of columns. It's a JSON blob. Line items aren't a JSON array, and deleted orders aren't actually removed. They're just timestamped. Luckily, we don't have to worry about any of this because Fee handled it all. Fee's next move was to create unified views. For each table type, for example, unified customers, Fee unions all 5 brand schemas together and tags each row with a brand name and a source platform, and filters out all those pesky soft deleted records. This gives us one queryable layer across every store. So, to see if this works, I will ask Fee how many orders did we have per brand from Lake Analytics. And we'll say, in the last 90 days. And we can see here that Fee went to the unified orders table and it saw that there was a brand column, and it was able to identify all the orders per brand in the last 90 days successfully. And another important step that Fee accomplishes in the background is setting up these tables to refresh daily. That way you're always getting the latest data and it's never stale. But Fee didn't stop at unifying Shopify. It also pulled in ad spend data from Facebook, Google Ads, Amazon orders and Amazon revenue, and joined it with Shopify data at the daily brand level. So now you have revenue orders and customer metrics from Shopify sitting right next to your ad spend, impression, and clicks from each channel. And to see if this works properly, I'm going to ask Fee to show me CAC by brand over the last 3 months. And Fee answered that question with ease because it had already done all the hard work of building these data models. So in addition to giving me the answer, it also tells me how it calculated CAC, and then it gave me a rundown of the 5 brands and which brands have the highest CAC and lowest CAC, etc. And now that we have a better understanding of what Fee did behind the scenes, let's go back to the dashboard and actually see what it built. Right now I have the dashboard filtered to one brand, which is Alpine Gear Co. And off the top, I can see total revenue and total ad spend over the last 90 days. And if I scroll down, Fee created some interesting charts like this daily revenue versus ad spend. Additionally, I can scroll farther down and I can look at new orders per month. Or maybe I want to see how Alpine Gear Co. is comparing to our other brands. So I'm just going to remove them from the brand filter. And just like that, I have high-level comparison tables. And last but not least, I can actually use Fee to do additional analysis. So I'm looking at this new versus returning customers chart over the last 30 days that compares each brand. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to say add Fee to context. And then I'm going to ask Fee, what is the CAC of the new customers per brand over the last 30 days? And watch as Fee meticulously goes through this dashboard to see if the data is available and how it shares its thought process with you to get to the final answer. It found that Volt Athletics has the lowest CAC of all of our brands, and it even asks if I'd like to add this tile to the dashboard. Now imagine doing everything that Fee built manually. You'd have to plan your data models, you'd have to figure out how to ingest the data in a data warehouse, you would have to run tests to identify bad data, and eventually you'd build and design data visualizations. And what fee indefinite built in a day might take you weeks or even months. So if you're interested, check out Definite and you can get started for free.